Hello, Spartan fans. Joe Cook here with Debra Clark, head coach of the women's basketball team. Fortunately, another loss, this time at the hands of Howard University. Tough game there, Coach. It seemed like the length of the Howard's players, their size, kind of really affect you on offense with that zone.
It did, and they've been playing the 2-3 matchup zone all season. It's been very, very effective for them. But we were just extra stagnant in our offense, and it's hard to score if you're not moving the ball, if you're not moving people. So we didn't do that well. Obviously, the first half we only scored 12 points, but the second half, I think we had a rude awakening that we needed to play a little bit better. We changed some things offensively. We put pressure on them defensively, caused some turnovers, got us some easy baskets. It's just that when you're down 21 points at the half, that's a lot to overcome. And we made some great runs, but I felt that we could have got it under single digits. Things could have been a little bit differently for us. But it goes back to what I've been telling them all year long. You have to play 40 minutes of basketball. I told them we play that second half, like we played the first half, like we played the second half. It's a really enjoyable game. So we just have to understand we've got to put two good halves of basketball together.
And I guess one of the smallest things, or I don't know if it was a game within the game, but Sadaya Dow, the lead scorer, and Miak, the box score won't reflect it, but seeing the game, I feel that CC Chambers did a good job of position defense, not really letting Dow get the ball when she wanted it.
She did do better than she did the Hampton game and the games prior to that. See, all I tell them is I'm looking for growth. I'm looking for growth and improvement every time, and I thought she did show some improvement from Saturday to Monday. Sadia Doyle, she's potential player of the year in the league, outstanding player. I felt we weren't going to stop her. I didn't think she was going to get 38 points, but I thought we had to do a better job containing her. And our problem right now is she's the type of player, she scores on touches. We had to limit her touches. We didn't do a good job of that. And then when she got the ball, we didn't do a good job playing defense after the fact because she went to the free throw line 20 times. So defense has really been concerning me here late because as the season winds down, I don't think our defensive effort is where it needs to be at this stage. Again, we have a lot of deficiencies in our defense right now, which concerns me. But, be that as it may, and I look at the whole picture, we are very young. We have made some improvements from last year. I just really want them to improve each and every day this year, but then it goes back again to your youth. With freshmen, you're not quite sure what they're gonna do each and every night.
Yeah, and then one of those things about the youth of this team is like the turnover numbers. It's kind of rough. And the 6-game losing streak, 5 games you've hit 20+ turnovers.
Right.
So I don't know. Sometimes it matters. Like they know they're losing, so they want to make something happen.
Right.
And try to turn things around.
And sometimes when you try really hard, you get the reverse effect. And I think maybe that's happening to us a little bit. But in the same respect with the turnovers, a lot of our opponents are turning it over as well. But we're not capitalizing on their mistakes like people are capitalizing on ours. I think we had 22 against Howard, they had 20. But they scored 27 points against ours, and we didn't. So we talked a little bit about that today. We worked on that some in practice, looking to finish when people make mistakes.
And then, turn those turnovers into points is key, and it's kind of puzzling because through this year, we're still the best shooting team in the MEAC. We go through a lot of scoring droughts.
Right, and we just have to be consistent. I think people sometimes, they miss their shot early on. People get gunk shy, they get complacent, or they get frustrated because things may not be going our way. But those are the times I tell them, you got to keep fighting. I tell them, you miss all the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
So if you're a scorer, you got to put the ball up there.
Most definitely.
Whitney, I was pleased with her. She came back with a lot of energy and productivity for us. I mean, she was the key to scoring and defensively, but again, we need it night after night.
Yeah, and one of those things we're looking forward to is her production kicking up. But some light here in the tunnel. We got 2 games against teams that we've beaten this year: North Carolina Central and South Carolina State. North Carolina Central, interesting team here. They recently ended a 13-game losing streak. They've won 2 games against Morgan and Coppin State. So the Eagles kind of find their first little rhythm.
And they are a very good team at home because the coach, Jolie Robinson, I've known her a long, long time when I was at Winston-Salem State and played against her, and it's a different animal playing there than it is here. So they're much improved. They're coming in with momentum and confidence. So we're going to really have to be at the top of our game Saturday, as well as at South Carolina State on Monday. They're a different team at home as well.
But one of the things you were successful with the Eagles, especially on defense, you got 13 steals in that game. Given that it is on the road, it's like a different animal. Is anything that you want to do differently that you didn't do?
Well, I think we're going to have to contain their big number 3 inside. She's got a funny name. Just number 3 inside. She's all conference for them, and we're going to have to limit her touches and keep her off the board because she single-handedly hurt us last time. I thought we did a good job on their perimeter players, defending them and containing them. So I think we just have to keep her out of the paint and off the boards a little bit better than we did last time.
Our game, little preview on defense. What you can do this another
right. Just got to do it for the entire game.
Yeah, most definitely. And then of course South Carolina State, they stopped another long losing streak. They just stopped a 9-game losing streak. They beat Morgan State as well.
Right.
They shot 57% in the second half. They got in transition as well. And it's one of the things that we did. We shot very well in the second half against them. We got in transition. We had 12 points in fast breaks.
Right. And that's what we have to do a better job. I think we are a better team in transition than we are in the half-court set. So that's why rebounding is very, very important because you need the ball to run, get into transition. So we talked about that some today and worked on that, getting the ball and pushing it, trying to score before our defense sets up. And we were successful against both those teams in that area, so we look forward to doing that again as well.
All right, let's see if the Spartans can do that again and get a season sweep on these two teams and stop a losing streak of our own. For more NSU women's basketball, as always, NSUSpartans.com.